Hello, Matt Thompson here at Visy Park after another dramatic day in the history of the Carlton Football Club. Brett Ratton to coach his final game on Sunday against St Kilda. He hasn't ruled out looking at other options, potentially Port Adelaide. Didn't rule that out when he was asked about it today. All the while, from a Carlton perspective, attention is already turning to their number one target, Mick Malthouse. Will he be here in 2013? The Triple Premiership coach was tight-lipped as he left a Melbourne hotel this afternoon.
Just have 10 seconds, Mick. Well, just give us a no comment at least. Well, just something.
He did, however, appear on radio.
There's not a lot of coaches out there and people speculate. And as I've said to you on a few occasions, I am as much up in the air about returning to the coaching field.
Brett Ratton's performance in front of the cameras, though, was all class.
The club has been ruthless in its quest for success, and that's one of its great strengths at the Carlton Footy Club, and that's why it does have 16 premierships. And we didn't achieve the goal that we're after. Yes, there's some circumstances behind that, but at the end of the day, we didn't play finals, and that was our objective. A performance which will surely lead to interest from Port Adelaide. It's probably one of those things that I might have even said to a few people when the dust settles. I might have a chat to a few, and I'll just wait and see. But I'll keep my eyes open, and see what happens. As Ratton left to take one of his final training sessions, Stephen Kernahan and Greg Swan were left to face a barrage of questions about how this all went down.
Would Brett Ratton have been sacked if Mick Malthouse wasn't available?
It's a close call, Rob. As I said before, it's a very harsh call on this. Brett Ratton, either way, all year, could have kept going with this job, and that's why I suppose we've waited so long and wanted to wait at the end of the year, because we were still in the game.
It's a decision the President says he has to take responsibility for.
I feel like we've got blood on our hands still, Tony. Don't worry about that. I really do.
And while there could be more carnage at board level and within the football department, the club's assistant coaches remain under contract.
They're high calibre, they're contracted, and there might be a tweaking here and there, but there won't be mass everybody out and a whole new crew in. That won't happen.
To today's other news, and all eyes are on Lance Franklin as he trained in cold conditions at Waverley, while Cyril Rioli left the track early after a knock to his shoulder. Coach Alistair Clarkson insisting the Hawks can contend with the Eagles' dynamic ruck duo, Cox and Natanui.
As good as those two guys are, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be a victory for West Coast. So we need to pay them respect, obviously, because they're very, very talented players. One very, very experienced and one very, very athletic. So they're a potent force.
Sydney returns to the Cannery this week, and while you don't normally gain confidence from losses, the Swans say they have after being beaten by the Hawks.
I think it was just an amazing game of pressure football, and in the end the lead changed 6 times in the last quarter, and I thought our blokes stood up okay, and that's what will happen this week. It'll be a red hot game against two teams that are desperate to win.
While at Fremantle, Ross Lyon has scoffed at suggestions the Dockers could orchestrate the score against Melbourne to their advantage in terms of their finals opponent.
We just want to play finals. We don't care where it is, against who it is. And all I know is if you muck around with your form and you take your eye off the ball, you blink and you've lost to a bottom of the ladder team.
Despite reports Simon Black is in a contract standoff with the Lions, the club has issued a statement insisting he is a wanted player in 2013. As you'd expect, his skipper agrees.
But we'd certainly love to see him keep playing. His form's been outstanding again. He's still our main contributor in the midfield, and in what's a very young midfield, apart from Blackie and Hutto, their experience is important, I think, to help the younger guys along.
And that is a wrap on the footy news on this Thursday. It has been a tumultuous week in the history of the Carlton Football Club, and there's more to come. We'll be following it every step of the way here on afl.com.au. Make sure you click back soon.